Scattered rain showers, especially as we head into the afternoon hours. We're going to top out at 70 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, few scattered showers. We drop to 58. And then for Wednesday, morning rain showers, then partly sunny and warmer. We'll see Wednesday afternoon at 78. We're back in the 80s starting on Thursday. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
Hi, this is Pat Moody, and you're listening to The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on 94.9 WSJM.
Hey, good morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. You can be part of the show anytime. You can call 925-WSJM. You can email letstalk@WSJM.com. You can also be part of the live stream right now. You can watch it on our Facebook, on YouTube, and on X if you'd like to do that as well. I want to say hello to my good friend Sarah Spoonholtz from the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Yeah, it's really great. It is really great to have just a little taste of 80-degree weather. I'm okay with that. If we can get back to the mid to low 70s, I'd be more okay with that. I'm not quite ready. I say my body's probably not quite ready for fall yet because just a little bit of the 50s, I'm chilly and I need a sweater. Right. Well, not quite Halloween just yet, but, you have some people that want your blood, uh, today, right? The folks at University. They still give out cookies, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to get my sugar levels back up. I think when I give blood, it just comes out as Jello. Just squeeze it out. No, totally kidding, totally kidding. But you guys are also very busy at the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, a lot of events coming up. What's on your calendar? Yeah. Nice. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a good time, and really just those 3 events is if you're a business owner or anybody in the community, these are great resources because you learn about, marketing and some of that stuff and that or like you said, that ROI, you learn about leadership. Also, under a key aspect to what you guys do at the chamber is, working with the government and understanding what's going on and local government's very important for people to understand what's going on, what especially down to the city commission and understanding that and what these members feel about certain things. That's a big thing for anybody that's in business or working for a local business. Yeah. Mhm. Sure. Mhm. Sure. Absolutely. Mhm. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a busy, busy calendar for you, but like you said, some great events that, people should definitely be a part of, and like you said, there's some action points too that we need to get on it and get on over to your website to get more information and also to register and all those things. Sarah, where's a good place for us to follow everything that you guys have going on? Yes. Me too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the next gen's been very busy, a couple events back to back, very quickly the past couple of months, so, that's been really cool. I have not had a chance to go to those, but I do look forward to, possibly doing the next one. I know! The Fernwood one was, like, right down the road from my house, but I was busy that evening, so it's unfortunate, but a great group, and I love that you guys, have all of these great resources for people in our community. Sarah, thank you so much for checking in with us, and we'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks. More things coming up here in just a little bit. We'll catch you up with news, sports, and your Bloomberg Market Minute is next.
Just as the roots of a mighty oak run deep.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Always fun checking in with Sarah Spoonholtz from the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. And let me go here and go here. Yeah, she's great. I've known Sarah for, oh my gosh, probably most of my entire life, I would say, because, she's also a Eau Claire grad. So, yeah, a lot of busy events going on there at Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. Just that, from that NaviQuest event to the Drew Dudley event to being a part of Next Gen and that St. Joseph City Candidate Forum. Those are some great events. So be sure to go and check those out. Like she said, smrchamber.com. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. You may notice that I'm here at my house and Ken is not here. No, Ken is not hanging out at my house right now. He's actually not here. But Jocelyn will be here on the show a little bit later on this morning. And we may have an appearance of Plinko. So be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to go grab coffee here real quick, but we will have your Bloomberg Market Minute here in just a second, right here on the morning show. All right. You're having a great day and having a good time talking about a lot of different things this morning. We've been busy on the show. Ken is out this morning, but Jocelyn will be joining us on the show again this morning, as well as we'll have Plinko maybe stopping by because I'm hanging out at my house doing the show. This is a house show, open house party. Do you remember that? Maybe. Lots of things today. Weather-wise, it's going to be pretty solid. We're looking at a 30% chance for some rain. A high 70 later tonight. going to be cloudy and a low down to 58 Wednesday. And actually later this week, we will get to the mid to low 80s. So we got that to look forward to. Also, you can watch behind the scenes of what happens on this fine award-winning program just by going to our Facebook page. Just search for WSJM. You can also go to our YouTube and X. But we got a lot to get to. Ken's out, so we have Dave Wolf covering double duty, news and sports this morning. Let's find out what's happening.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Dave Wolf. Roughly 8% of UAW members remain on strike at 3 auto plants in Michigan, Ohio, and Missouri after the contracts expired last Thursday night. And more walkouts could come if no agreement is reached. Talks continued throughout the weekend and resumed Monday. Citing the wealth gap between workers and the top bosses to bolster demand for better pay and working conditions. 3 fire departments have received donations from the organizers of the 9/11 Hero Climb at St. Joseph High School last week. Boss Services co-owner Jeff Street tells us the company organized the event to honor those whose lives were lost in the terrorist attacks of 9/11. The goal was to support first responders with the proceeds.
I think all around, first responders are kind of underserved. They're break in case of emergency type of people that nobody really gives much thought to until they need them.
Participants and first responders climbed 2,071 stadium stairs at Dickinson Stadium in St. Joe in remembrance of New York City first responders who sacrificed their lives on 9/11, while some walked a mile on the track to show their support. Street says he was serving in the Marine Corps when 9/11 happened, and he remembers it well.
I was in Afghanistan, I was in Iraq, and first responders and veterans are near to my heart cause.
Street was buffing a floor at his base when news of the first plane crash came. He said his base locked down once the second plane and everyone realized what was happening. Boss Services raised $9,000 with the Hero Climb, and it presented checks of $3,000 each to the fire departments in Benton Township, St. Joseph Township, and City of St. Joseph on Monday. The departments will use the money to buy gear. A 5-story mixed-use commercial and residential development being planned in downtown South Haven has taken another step forward. At a Monday meeting, the South Haven City Council formally introduced the Center Street Hales redevelopment project and set a public hearing for it. The plan is for the mixed-use development to include 29 housing units, commercial space, and around 70 parking spaces to be located on Center Street between Quaker and Phoenix Streets, where the Hales department store used to be. That store closed around 2000. Adam Locker with developer Locker & Locker Properties said the firm is proud to redevelop a dilapidated site.
The scale of this project will be the most extensive development and most significant addition to the downtown in many decades, and will fulfill many opportunities and goals identified in the city's master plan, DDA strategic plan, and the city council's adopted goals. And we do hope that this development will be a catalyst to spur future economic growth in the South Haven Central Business District.
Assistant City Manager Griffin Graham notes this project has been in the works for about 2 years. Mayor Scott Smith was pleased with what he heard.
Well, it's an exciting project. I'm excited we're finally here. I've been here almost 30 years, and that area's been blighted ever since I've been here. So it addresses a lot of goals, and I look forward to more information and more comments from everybody else.
Graham noted the project will include more parking spaces than it would need, meaning it wouldn't contribute to a perceived lack of parking downtown. The developer would demolish one building on the property while fixing up another. The council scheduled a public hearing on the developer's planned unit development request for October 16th. The board of directors for the Van Buren Conservation District has appointed a new director for the organization. Emily Hickmott will take the position effective October 1st. She's currently the deputy administrator of the district. Hickmott started with the group in 2018 as the recycling coordinator. The Van Buren Conservation District says she's worked to expand recycling education and access, support the agricultural community, and address landowner concerns. In her new role, she'll oversee the staff and lead efforts to meet the conservation challenges. The board says Hickmott embodies the mission of the Conservation District. The district is preparing to make its 80th anniversary next year. And the Benton Harbor Arts Association will host the Fall Art Hop this Friday in Benton Harbor's Arts District. The association's Scott Gain tells us they hold art hops each year to connect people with all the artists and businesses active in the Arts District.
The idea behind it is to introduce local artists and creators and musical acts to the downtown Benton Harbor Arts Association or Arts District. It also, as we feature during the Art Hop, we feature those artists and creators and the various businesses around the district.
Gaines says Arts District businesses will be holding special events for the Art Hop.
Citadel Dance and Music Center, they have live music and students. Water Street Glassworks is doing a glass pumpkin patch glass boat blowing event. Delivery has an artist and the beer garden's open.
Gain notes there will also be live rooftop music. The Art Hop kicks off with a history tour of downtown Benton Harbor offered by the Morton House. Then the Arts District events will run from 6 to 9 p.m. We've linked for more information at our website. In the WSJM newsroom, I'm Dave Wolf.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. Friday's a new deadline in the strike against the Detroit Three. In a video sent out last night, UAW President Shawn Fain says if there isn't significant progress in talks by noon Friday, workers at other plants will go on strike. Right now, 3 plants, including one in suburban Detroit, have been shut down with workers walking the picket lines. The Florida man suspected of shooting at several Michigan State police cars at the Sault Ste. Marie post earlier this month has been arraigned. 39-year-old James Atani of Orlando is charged with several felony charges, including 1 count of terrorism, 1 count of third-degree arson, 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. Michigan State has decided to part ways with suspended head football coach Mel Tucker. The firing was announced 1 week after Tucker was suspended amid sexual harassment allegations by a sex assault survivor. I'm Beth Fisher for the Michigan News Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
Today, I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
They've landed in the United States. That's the sound of those 5 Americans landing in the U.S. after having been freed from an Iranian prison. The deal includes a prisoner swap as well as the unfreezing of $6 billion in oil revenues. That is supposed to be used for humanitarian purposes only. National Security spokesman John Kirby on the condition of the hostages.
The initial reports we have are relatively good health, but we want to make sure that they get all the care that they need, and they'll have access to that care for as long as they need it.
Jailed Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gerskovich is in a Moscow courtroom right now appealing his arrest. India has expelled a senior Canadian diplomat and accused Canada of interfering in international affairs. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accusing India of being connected to the assassination of a Sikh activist in Canada. Federal Reserve begins its 2-day meeting today. When it's over, the Fed could raise interest rates again. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Hey, good morning. Hopefully you're enjoying your day, and thanks for being a part of the show a little bit and watching on the live stream. You can be a part of the show in so many other ways. If you want to comment and tell me about what you got going on today. Ken is out this morning, so you're part of the show with me, and going to have Jocelyn on the show as well on the live stream. But I'd love to know, where are you watching this? You know, because we do this live stream for a multitude of reasons, give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look of what's going on in the show, but also to reach out to an even broader audience of all around the world on YouTube, Facebook, X. So love to know. Feel free to comment if you're watching this later. I know my mom watches this, so if you're one of those that watches this a little bit later after the live stream, love to know. I'd love to get some input. So feel free to reach out. You can comment. Your comments may be used on this fine award-winning program. So just know that also when you're commenting on things and critiquing all the stuff. But today's a busy day. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. So our matey, we got lots of news and things to get to. Hey. Speaking of that, Long John Silver's is celebrating Talk Like a Pirate Day. You can get free food for saying ahoy or shiver me timbers at participating restaurants. And those who dress like a pirate going to receive a 2-piece fish or chicken basket for free. Really, you should be getting a lot more than that. If you walk in to any fast food restaurant and you're wearing a full-on pirate costume, honestly, you should get everything. You should just get like an honorary job for that. Other things going on in the news, Clorox has recently been cyber attacked. We were talking about this earlier the week about how some major casino chains in Las Vegas had a big cyber attack, actually some ransom going on. They actually had to pay a hefty ransom. I think it was MGM, but now Clorox is the next one to be cyber attacked. This has resulted in product shortages and profit loss. Clorox currently working on fixing the problem and transitioning the things back to automated ordering. Wouldn't you think that Clorox would have really good security and kill 99.9% of viruses? But I guess this was that 0.1 virus that ended up getting in there. Just because it kills 99.9 does not mean you're not susceptible to more viruses. So just keep that in mind. Other things going on. I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's been going on in college football, but whether you're a Michigan fan or a fan of really any other college sports, you've been noticing that Deion Sanders in Colorado has just been taken over the airwaves, and it's a really great thing. He's honestly one of the most amazing people. He's not only was a great player in football and baseball, but I think he's doing a good job as a coach. And 65,000 orders have been placed for his new Prime 21 sunglasses. So not only is he a great Hall of Fame athlete, but he's also an entrepreneur, being a part of special sunglasses that he's had made. You've been seeing him wear them on the sidelines. Glasses that you could wear as well cost $67. Their popularity grew after Colorado State's coach Jay Norvell commented on Sanders wearing sunglasses during press conferences. Now Sanders and Blenders Eyewear will make $4.5 million from the sales. $4.5 million for sunglasses. So if you want to get your hands on those, I'm sure you can order them. I was just looking them up. I wonder if they come in prescription. Can I get some prescription sunglasses? Dion, can you make that happen for me? Also, speaking of sports and baseball, I don't know if you heard about this, but if you're a Tiger fan, well, you've been bummed out this season with them not making the playoffs, but that's been kind of the norm as they've been kind of rebuilding. But this guy's a piece of their puzzle. And they actually were trying to trade him during the trade deadline, but he said no. But it's bad news for Detroit Tigers fans as Eduardo Rodriguez had to leave Monday's start against the LA Dodgers in the fourth inning with back spasms. Now, manager AJ Hinch says that the injury was a scap spasm, so the scapula back there. Pretty important when you're pitching. You kind of need those muscles to be able to throw super fast. But it said right there on his shoulder blade before a decision was made to remove him. And he got 4 innings in. He had some spasms. They went out there. He wanted to take a breather, so didn't work out for him. He was able to. Now I don't know if he's going to go on the DL or not. We'll just have to wait and see about that. I assume he'll be all right. All right, let's get back to the show and see what's going on weather-wise around Southwest Michigan. WSJM Weather You Can Depend On is sponsored by Boss Services, raising the standard for heating, cooling, and electrical in Southwest Michigan. Boss Services.
Mostly cloudy skies today. We will see a few scattered rain showers, especially as we head into the afternoon hours. We're going to top out at 70 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a few scattered showers. We drop to 58. And then for Wednesday, morning rain showers, then partly sunny and warmer. We'll see Wednesday afternoon at 78. We're back in the 80s starting on Thursday. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Jonny and Ken on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Show anytime. You can always call 925 WSJM. You can email let's talk at WSJM.com. You can also comment on our live video that we are streaming live right now on our Facebook page, our YouTube, as well as on X.com if you want to go check that out, or on the X app. Jocelyn is here.
I'm working.
Should you pretend you're working? Yeah.
Can you see my hands?
No, I can't see your hands.
Okay, I'm working.
But some people can see a little bit of fur. This is Plinko.
Good morning, Plinko.
Say hello, buddy.
Why am I awake?
He's saying hello, but we were talking earlier about pet insurance and the pet insurance claims. If you happen to miss that, you can always check out the podcast at WSJM.com and the app. He's going to hang around with us for a little while, but we were talking about this a little bit off the air, but going to talk about things that the little things that end up costing you a lot of money.
Besides Plinko.
Besides the dog. Some of the things, according to this survey that they asked a bunch of people, few examples are subscription services,
right?
Fancy coffee. Another one on this list that I didn't even think about was appetizers at a restaurant. You know, you go to a restaurant, sit down to eat, and if you have appetizers at the restaurant, you're adding an extra $10 to your bill.
So these little things that add up, they just mean happiness?
Well,
your
yeah.
little bits of happiness throughout the day, your iced latte, your spinach artichoke dip.
Right, but the fancy coffee, it might be worth it, but if you're paying $5 at, say, Starbucks or Big B or any of the other coffee places, coffee chains, that could be, $5, 5 days a week.
Nah.
Add that up, $1,250 a year.
But it makes you happy. I mean, I guess.
And
every once in a while is different.
And then the appetizers, I didn't even think about that, is you're adding an extra $10 to your bill. And your meal is probably plenty of food. And when we go out, we'll get an appetizer every once in a while.
It depends on where we are.
Yeah. If the appetizer's good and the appetizer's worth it, then we'll buy it.
Okay, wait. Who did this study? People who don't want humans to be happy?
Yeah, it's HumansBeHappy.com.
I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
I didn't want to give that away.
You know what? Let me have my iced coffee. Let me have my tuna tartare if it makes me happy.
Another one is delivery, especially if you order through an app with the delivery fees and other fees, and then you add a tip, you can end up paying $15 more than if you went and just picked it up.
Yes, but don't people do delivery for that reason? Like if the weather's bad or
right, but a lot of people
they're
just
inebriated and they can't drive.
But most of the time, what do people do delivery for? Because they're lazy and they don't want to go pick it up themselves.
But that's different. We don't live in like a giant city.
Right. So you can drive to go pick the thing up.
I hate this article.
Now, I did the other night. I wanted to go have wings at a sports bar.
Wings at a sports bar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then you actually convinced me. You said, why would we go there? Because then we got to pay this. We're going to probably end up.
Eat the wings. You're going to drink the beer. You're going to watch the TV. You're going to tip the server. We're going to order food that we're not going to be able to eat. So why don't we just order takeout, pick up beer on the way home, It was win-win. I didn't have to get dressed.
It was a win-win-win for all of us.
Did the sports win?
The sports, I can't remember if they won.
I don't even remember what day that was.
One of the biggest things that really, people don't even think about end up costing you a lot of money from this. People don't want to be happy.com, .org. They said subscriptions that you don't use, and I'm guilty of this. There are subscriptions that I have for a lot of the streaming services that we barely watch.
Well, I think the difference is if you forget that you have them, like we did a 7-day trial and then we stopped watching the show and then we totally forgot.
That did happen to us with I think it was one of the CBS or one of the apps. And yeah, I did not realize until a couple months later. I was like, man, what is this $4 charge from this company?
I remember you were starting to get mad and you were like, I'm going to the bank.
Yeah, I'm going to the bank. I'm gonna complain about this. This is a scam. I did not authorize this. Turns out I did the 7-day free trial, and about 2 or 3 months went by, and I realized I just wasted the $4. And what did I end up doing? I canceled a subscription, and then now I want to watch the shows that are on that streaming service.
It's covered in Post-its, and you couldn't write one that said 7-day trial ends this date.
Now what I've been doing is if I ever sign up for a free trial, and this is a good tip for anybody, is put a calendar reminder. If you got it on your smartphone, put a calendar reminder that just says cancel the subscription, and do it like 6 days into the 7-day free trial, because what they'll do, sorry, buddy.
We did that before when we did so we could watch Yellowstone.
Yeah, and was Paramount Plus.
Yeah, you put that in for exactly 7 days, but it was like midnight on the 6th day it charged you for a month.
So
And
we
on
ended up
the
watching
6th
it.
day.
We ended up watching it for another 30 days. And then I had to put another reminder in my phone to tell me not to do that. So let this be a public service announcement to you. I know if you're really into either budgeting or things like that, or you're trying to cut costs for things as the rising cost of everything. That's another thing with the subscription services. One thing to add is that a lot of times you do the auto pay. It's a good idea to check out the price of those, because I've noticed just about every one of the streaming services has gone up $1 or $2.
I mean, Netflix, since we started using it, since we first got it, it has doubled.
Right.
I mean, it's still under $20 a month, but it has doubled. It was like $6.99 when we got it.
And then we ended up not paying the bill because we ended up just stealing somebody's password.
Sharing
their password, and then they cracked down on it. Now we don't have Netflix. So if anybody wants to give me you can't give us our password anymore.
It was just good for Seinfeld, Peaky Blinders.
There was only a few shows.
There is Goosebumps on there, though. I love Goosebumps.
And I said I was going to do this at the beginning of the year, and I never ended up doing it. It was my kind of New Year's resolution was to do one streaming service a month. Either do the 30-day free trial on a streaming service, or only pay for one streaming service, cancel all the other ones,
We
and just
do
watch
not
all the
watch
shows.
enough TV for you to do that.
That's true.
We have like our specific shows that we watch on specific days at specific times of the year. Maybe we just don't have streaming services.
Okay.
I don't like this article. I don't like people telling me what to do. So I'm actually going to go get 2 iced lattes today just because they told me to stop.
Well, and I owe you one because I asked you to be
Yes.
on this show. So I said, hey, what's it going to take for you to be on the show with me?
1 per day.
While Ken was out, and you were like, latte a day. Actually, you said 1 latte.
Oh, well, are you okay, Plinko?
Sorry. If you were listening and you thought that a bird or a dove flew by the microphone, no, it was just the dog doing a little shake. No, he's just hanging out on me right now.
You
so,
did buy me a pumpkin spice for what's it called? Frosty.
Frosty, which
It was pretty good.
I would say, yeah, really good. It was more
Yeah.
pumpkin-y than it was spicy.
Which is what I like. I don't need all the nutmeg and clove and
Plinko, did he try it at all? Because dogs can
No.
have pumpkin.
well, yeah, but it's dairy.
Yeah, we don't want
Can't
that.
have dairy.
Well, there you go. Now I owe you 2 lattes, and
I'm okay with that.
I will go and get those for you, but I still have a little bit more show to do. But thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We're gonna end the live stream here in just a little bit. But coming up here in just a little while, we'll have your Moody on the Market update. It's the morning show on 94.9 WSJM. And if everybody that's watching the live stream,
He wants to be done. You want to be done.
Plinko wants to be done. So we're going to do that. But yeah, Moody on the Market update coming up here in just a little bit.